I've just had a lovely time at a relative's first birthday. It was lovely because we had like lots of children, they were playing, having a nice time. We had cake, we had food, it was really nice. Obviously it was quite sociable, but when I'm in the right mood, I love socialising. I can be quite sociable, but I can also be quite quiet. Literally depends on my mood. It depends on what other things are going on in my life at the time. Depends on how I cope in a social situation, really. Because I've had a late diagnosis, I had a diagnosis about 2-3 years ago now of autism, and I noticed that up until that point I'd always masked and I'd always forced myself in social situations to be like really sociable, but then I would just crash, be tired and just find it a little bit whoa afterwards.
When are we going to the cinema?
I don't know, it's a bit late now, I'm a bit too tired.
I wasn't asking tonight, it's all about in general.
I don't know, any suggestions? Now I know about my autism, I sort of just put strategies in place. They're not very big strategies. Some of it is simply just give myself permission to be quiet in social situations. A lot of people I'm around now, especially friends and family, know about my autism. So I can almost let myself just go quiet for a few minutes, and it seems to do the trick and it helps me. So let me be me, as long as it's not harming anyone, which it isn't. Why not? Interestingly, being around children is quite an interesting topic for me, because quite often I feel like I'm not confident around children, but then when I'm actually around them, people usually say I'm quite good with children. So I always find that a little bit weird. For example, today I was on the floor playing with this little child, having a really nice time, and then she got a little bit upset. So I naturally just sort of invited her to be picked up, and then just had her there, and then basically she sort of cuddled into me and like seemed reassured by the way I was holding her and hugging her. So although I didn't feel like I was doing much, I was getting, I guess, the social cues that what I was doing was perfect, because the tears stopped. So I must be better than I think, and my husband always tells me you're better than you think. So each to their own judgment. Being around adults, other adults, like the parents of a child, that can be an interesting topic as well. So basically, when I know the parents in the room, I'm almost like wanting to be guided by them. But then when the parent is either busy or they could be in the same room doing their own thing, I feel a bit more relaxed to go, there, hiya, and kind of have that relaxed attitude around children, I think. I think it's because in one element you can say there's predictability with children. So whenever I got eye contact with this child, I could be like, hiya, that kind of thing. But then on the other hand, there's the unpredictability, because if that child cries, how do you soothe them? How do you comfort them? But I seem to have a bit of a natural instinct, and like I say, everyone thinks I'm better than I am, so I'll go with it, and I do enjoy being around them. I think just afterwards I find it a little bit tiring. In the moment, I'm like really dealing with things well, and then afterwards I'm just like, that took a lot of energy, but it was fun. So again, it's like that conflicting information. It was really fun, but I'm really tired now. So it's one of those. It's the same with being sociable. I was like, oh yeah, I want to be sociable today. I'm going to be around lots of people because it's this child's birthday. It's this child's birthday. Let's all be sociable, and it's great. And I love it. I love being around people I haven't maybe seen in a while and socialising, catching up with people. It's great stimulation. It's really nice. On the other hand, I'm tired. Conversation, keep up. Ugh. But everyone is super accommodating, super understanding. So if I have moments where I'm really talking, really chatty, they go with it, and it's really nice. And then on the other hand, I might be quiet, might go on my phone. It's not that I'm not listening. It's not that I'm not engaging with anyone. It's just simply I'm taking the pace nice and slow, so I manage better. So I'll have those moments where I'm all full on and really socialising, playing with the children. Then there'll be times where I'm just on my phone to myself. And if a natural moment doesn't come where I can be on my phone or stay quiet and there's a lot going on, I just take myself to a different social situation where I can perhaps react a bit differently. Even maybe take myself to the toilet, because sometimes I genuinely need the toilet. But when I go to the toilet, it's just a chance to have a few minutes just to go and breathe. So I guess it's situational. There's different coping strategies that help me in different environments. Sometimes I've been using fidget toys, sometimes more openly in front of people, sometimes maybe in my pocket, really subtly. Sometimes, like today, didn't use fidget toys at all, because being around children, there's something nice about it, because you don't feel so pressured with social cues. There's not that pressure to conform a certain way. You can be a bit silly and you can have that big inner kid. So like we had balloons, and I was like just tapping the balloons lightly to one of the older children, and it was just really nice. Like I could do that, whereas I guess there's that social expectation as an adult that if I was at an adult's birthday, you wouldn't have a balloon and go, yay, ping, ping, like with a balloon. It just almost wouldn't socially be acceptable.
I've come to rescue you because you said you were coming ages ago.
But I'm engaging in my special interest right now. I'm watching YouTube videos on autism.
Executive function.
It's 1 minute left. Tired.
Grumpy.
Yeah, grumpy.